Hello, assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Khalid and welcome to my channel Math Madness by Aisha Khalid. So, in the previous 2 to 3 videos, we've been discussing linear functions, how to graph them, how to interpret the equations, how to work with them, and now we will discuss the linear functions real life applications. Okay, let's do an example first. The flag down fare of a taxi in Islamabad is 200 PKR. Given that a passenger is charged PKR 70 for each kilometer the taxi travels, find the amount of money the passenger has to pay if the taxi covers a distance of 2 kilometers. Okay, so flag down fare basically means that this is the fixed fare. Means even if you don't travel but you've booked a taxi, you will be charged 200. Now when you're charged 70 for each kilometer, so for 2 kilometers, this is 1 kilometer is charged for PKR 70. So 2 kilometers will be charged for how much? 2 into 70 gives you 140 PKR plus the initial 200, so that gives you 340. So this is what they were charged for traveling 2 kilometers. Now let's do the second part. The second part says that you are traveling 6 kilometers. So 6 multiplied by 70 plus 200. So this gives you 420 plus 200, 620. In the third part, you are traveling 10 kilometers. So 10 multiplied by 70. Why are we multiplying by 70? Because it's 70 rupees per kilometer. So for 10, it's going to be 10 multiplied by 70. So it becomes PKR 900. Now the second part. Given that PKRY represents the amount of money a passenger has to pay if the taxi travels X kilometer, copy and complete the table. So these are the same values that you've calculated above. You just have to put them in the table. So for 2 kilometers, you're paying 340. For 6 kilometers, you're paying 620. And for 10 kilometers, you're paying 900. On a sheet of graph paper, using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 2 kilometer on the horizontal axis and 1 centimeter to represent 100 on the vertical axis, plot the pairs of, 1 centimeter to represent 2 kilometer on the horizontal axis. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And you know that 1 centimeter is this much. Okay, now next is 1 centimeter to represent 100 on the vertical axis. Now add 2, it's 340, 20 and 40. So each division is a 320, 40, 60, 80. So it's very important to understand what each unit represents. At 6, it's going to be a 620. And at 10, it's going to be a 900. Now join all these points with a straight line. So you can see even when you have traveled 0 kilometer, your fixed fare is 200. Now, write down the equation of the line. What is y? Y is the total cost. How do you find out the total fare? You multiply the number of kilometers, which is x, by 70, and then you add 200 to it. Because that is exactly what we've been doing here and here. So you form an equation out of it. How much does a passenger have to pay for a taxi ride of 8 kilometers? Now we're not going to do this unitary method. We know that the value of x is 8 because x is the distance. So we just plug it in the value of in place of x. 560 plus 200 gives you 760. Now when you have to travel 17 kilometers, 70 into 17 plus 200, that gives me 1390. That's about it. So this was a really nice question for you to understand how linear functions can be applied into real life situations. Let's do another scenario now. All right. Now, Let's do another example. Two units of measurement of temperature are degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. So we all know that temperature can be measured in two units, in degree centigrade and degree Fahrenheit. The table below shows the corresponding values of Fahrenheit after conversion from degree centigrade. So on a sheet of graph paper, plot the pairs, use a scale of 2 centimeter to represent 5 degrees on the x-axis and 2 centimeter to represent 10 degrees on the y-axis. Okay, let's put the graph paper on my sheet. All right. On a sheet of graph paper, plot the pair of values of x, y. Use a scale of 2 centimeter to represent 5 degrees on the x-axis and 2 centimeter to represent 10 degree Fahrenheit on the y-axis. So you should know that 5 small divisions is 1 centimeter and this big box is a 2 centimeter. So I've downloaded a 2 centimeter graph. Let's put everything on the graph paper. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, let's put the values. So at 0, it's a 0, 32. Then it's 5, 41. Then it's 20, 68. Let's put it on the graph. 0, 32. 5, 41. So each small division represents 1 unit. 41, 42, 43, like that. 20, 68. 20, 68. Now, let's join all the points with a straight line. All right, so we've joined all the points with a straight line. Now, write down the equation of the straight line. Okay. How do we write down the equation of the straight line? The equation of the straight line is y equals to mx plus c. What is c? The value of the y-intercept. So over here, the value of the y-intercept is, it's 32 here. So we will write in place of c 32. Let's find the rise upon run. So this is 1 point and let's take this as my another point. So how much we are running? We're running 10 units because 2 boxes represents 10 units. And how much are we going up? 10 plus 8 is 18 units. So rise upon run. 2 times 9, 2 times 5. So it becomes a 9 upon 5x. Now, convert 10 degrees to Fahrenheit. You know that on the y-axis we have Fahrenheit and on the x-axis we have degree centigrade. It's very important to label your x and y-axis because if you don't, then you don't get marks. So 10 degrees centigrade to Fahrenheit. Let's draw the line. At 10, we have a 50 degree Fahrenheit. Second question, 212 Fahrenheit to degree centigrade. Okay, so we can't use the graph to convert. Why? Because this graph doesn't incorporate 202. So we can use the equation. How? 202, because y is degree Fahrenheit, this is degree centigrade, equals to 9 upon 5x plus 32. This goes on the other side and subtract. Then multiply by 5, then divided by 9. So what do we get in degree centigrade? 212 minus 32 into 5 divided by 9. It's 100 degree centigrade. Now the last part, 12 degree centigrade to Fahrenheit. 12 degrees can be found using the graph 1 to 12. So it's roughly around 54, 51, 52, 53, 54. So this is the 54 degree Fahrenheit. For C part, this is B part, and the down we did A part. So that's about it. Take care, folks. Stay tuned for my next video where I'll be discussing more questions of the same topic.